after headline with local teenagers accused in violent, gruesome attacks. What's really going on with Spokane's troubled teens?
Our staff went down and did a survey of those kids, and that's exactly what they found out.
If you have been watching the news lately, you know Spokane's been suffering from a teenage crime wave that seems to be spiraling out of control. In just the past month, high school-age kids have been accused of murder, beatings, and burglaries caught on tape. And most recently, an attack on a sleeping mother and talk of eating her liver. So you might want to be surprised to know that juvenile crime is actually down in Spokane and has been going down for a long time. Our Jeff Humphrey joins us now live from the Juvenile Detention Center with more on that. Jeff?
Nadine, not only is the number of kids getting booked into the Juvenile Detention Center down from this time last year, but juvenile crime has been steadily declining since 1994. The even better news is that Spokane's Juvenile Court staff is actively trying to reach out and help these kids before they get arrested. It started with a fatal beating of an elderly veteran at the hands of two teenagers. Then we got a look at Spokane street kids celebrating a sucker punch that knocked a man unconscious. Are they signs Spokane's teenagers are getting more violent?
Our kids, from our statistics, have really been doing pretty well. I don't know what's going on right now. It just seems to be some blip that we have been seeing with certain kids, certain incidents. It's not the system or the kids overall.
Ellen Clark is Spokane's juvenile court judge and says recent headlines are not a true picture of what's going on with teenage crime.
But actually, the number of arrests of juveniles are down. The number of referrals for cases is down. The number of filings of juvenile court matters is down as well.
While there is very little juvenile court can do for the teens charged with Shorty Belton's murder, 2 out of 3 kids who do time here at the detention center don't come back.
We try to teach them better ways, replace the bad behavior with good behavior, give them goals and something to look forward to in their lives.
The juvenile court staff is also taking the pulse of kids who call downtown streets their home away from home. During interviews with 89 of them last June, a survey found 45% of them want help finding a job. 24% said they had no legal source of income.
They are without families, they're without money, they're without income. They want better than to be on the streets. The vast majority of them, they just don't have anywhere else to go.
And to that end, the juvenile court staff is handing out these easy-to-carry little notebooks, and inside it is chock full of phone numbers and addresses where these street kids can find food and housing and even job referrals. The juvenile court staff has also started up a bike patrol program in downtown Spokane so they can be in contact with these street kids before they end up in handcuffs. Nadine?
I hope that works, Jeff. Now, that survey also gives a clue about this recent wave of violent crime. Is that right?
It showed 62% of these street kids had either witnessed or been the victim of domestic violence inside their own home. 63% said they had family members with mental health problems, and so it's not terribly surprising that they don't want to go home, and they are also quick to act out their frustrations.
Makes sense.